Welcome to www.directhorizon.com. Today's topic, web hosting services do matter. Many individuals new to the world of internet business don't place much emphasis on web hosting. The company that you decide show your web pages to the world is a big decision, believe it or not. Web hosting does matter, and careful consideration should be given before jumping at the lowest price or what looks like the best online deal. A web host is the service provider that connects your website to the internet. The company is responsible for keeping your website visible to web surfers who want to view your pages. It sounds simple enough, but a web host typically hosts thousands of websites via connection to a server. The web host basically rents out space to you so your website can be seen on the internet. There are a number of different types of web hosting companies. The larger ones may have their own collection of services and rent out spots to other web hosting companies of resellers. It is necessary for data centers to have fast connections, reliable equipment, and high security precautions. Typically, most web hosting services do not own a data center. If you perform a quick search on the internet for web hosting, you will find thousands of results, each with varying plans and pricing. It's best if you can get a recommendation from friends, co-workers, or someone who is using a particular service that works well for them. Although each hosting company is different, they all have similar basic features. There are typically 4 different types of web hosting options. Free web hosting. Yes, it is possible to get free web hosting. This is okay for personal use or if you're just starting out and have a limited budget. But the biggest downside to free web hosting is that you typically have a banner ad at the top of each of your web pages. They will let you pick your own name, but typically the subdomain is the name of the web hosting company, i.e. jackcellphonerepair.freewebhosting.com. In most cases, you can pay to have the subdomain removed, but the prices vary drastically between companies. The second downside to free web hosting is your presentation to potential customers. If you're new to internet marketing, having a subdomain may turn a would-be buyer away thinking that you are not a professional. There is also very little support with free web hosting. The cost can be anywhere from $1.96 to $20 per month. Dedicated hosting. You'll have a full server dedicated to your own website. This gives you the opportunity to set up, in some cases, unlimited websites from this server. Dedicated services are typically used for large online businesses, such as ones that have huge online stores or sell a significant amount of products. A dedicated server is more reliable, is also more expensive in the $100 plus range. Shared hosting. This type of hosting is most commonly used as it's low cost and for the most part very reliable, depending on the web hosting company. When searching for web hosting services, remember to check the amount of disk space and bandwidth available for the price. Although it is adequate for most small businesses, the rates can increase significantly if you add more space as opposed to switching to a different plan. Co-located hosting. Similar to dedicated hosting, but instead of renting the server, you own it. Your server is placed in a data center and connected through a web hosting provider. You will then pay a monthly fee for maintenance and bandwidth. There are many different options when it comes to web hosting services. The first step is to determine what will work best for you, then start searching for companies that will offer you the best deal for your money. Remember that cheaper isn't always better. Server type, bandwidth, disk space, support, number of email accounts all play a part in your final decision-making process. Remember, purchasing for the year is often cheaper if your budget will allow for the expense. For more information on topics like this, go to www.directhorizon.com.